Oh my god. Wait. Wait, it's still playing static. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it gone? Oh, thank God. Okay. Wow, that static was in my ears. Hello! Hello, 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 hello. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Good to see you. Salutes. Pogs. Bows even. Namastes. Any other greeting you feel is appropriate. What else? I don't know. Give me something. Have to watch an army ad. LOL Papega. You're getting an army ad? Well, join. Sign up. We need you for the war with China. Okay? After this TikTok ban, we're putting boots on the ground. Hello, Alt Rock Music. Hello, Turtle. Hello, Joaquin. Something. Hello, Jay Flyer. What's up, Vinny CG? What's good, Chris McD? What's good, Tusk Act? RDC West. What's good to see you? Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? How's your weekend? How was your Sunday? Pop-Tar, Elena. Dude, how can I greet you if your name is this? How can I greet you? Hey, 146582379. Give me a nickname. I can't. That's not greetable. Hey man, can you do the Mr. Beast editing reactions but live? Maybe. Wait, maybe. Okay. Hold. Hold. What? No fucking way! No. No, that can't be true. Potion seller. You couldn't handle my strongest potions. Do the eyes now? No, I'm not going to do the eyes. It's a serious day. Annoying Orange. Bro, you guys are... If you're referencing Annoying Orange, you're too fucking young. Develop your frontal lobe. Oh, you can't because you watched Annoying Orange to grow up. Big A, you've... when was Annoying Orange? I don't know, but I have a very young cousin who watches Annoying Orange every day on a fucking iPad. So that is my baseline. It's like I recently discovered car jujitsu, and my first thought was if I could gamble on it, am I cooked? Your first thought is if you can gamble on car jujitsu? It's not that crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but it sounds like you could find an edge. Daylight savings stole an hour of sleep on the one night I went out in months. You truly have the hardest life. Truly, you've got it bad, dude. They've fucking cooked you. Daylight savings was designed to fuck you over particularly. Hey, truck, I'm heading to the LA area. Any trails you recommend? I don't want to get attacked by a mountain lion. Oh, then you're not going to want Mountain Lion Pass. That's the one I like to... I live a dangerous life, so I would say pick any of the trails other than Mountain Lion Pass. That's where the real climbers go. You won't get the most beautiful vistas, but you'll get there. New flannel? Actually, no. Actually, I think I wore this flannel and did a whole story about it. This is the flannel I bought at REI. I had a whole REI bit for a bit when I was buying climbing shoes. Real climber, you can only do 3. I'm a V4 climber. Bayuk, thank you very much. As I've also stated on this channel, I'm a V4 climber. So don't... And V4 really is the bar for excellence. Okay, that's where the goats hang out. Hey, Truck, I just moved to Sydney for uni. Do you reckon I should drop out now or in 3 years? Is that a serious question? You want for serious advice on that? I think you should drop out in 3. I think you should drop out like 2 weeks before graduation. You know what I'm saying? Maximize the amount of money you waste without getting the degree. Let them know you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Magnus is probably a V4 climber. Magnus Carlsen probably is. And he's the Magnus that you really want to follow. I bet those glizzy fingers really handle a crimp well. You wrote this. I want you to think about this. I want you to internalize the thought process. Like, think about, you know, like the meme of the monkey's neuron lighting up. I talked about climbing, and your neurons rushed to this pattern of joke. If it was like Inside Out, it's like the guy running to the file cabinet with glizzy jokes, ran, grabbed it, ran back to the front, and said, "You have to post this. Get this to the fingers, dude, because they have to post this. They got to type this." I feel like you're cooked. I feel like you're mentally cooked. Corundrum, Corandium, thank you for the 10 months. Thank you very much. 10 months, very appreciated. Andriox, thank you for the 4 months. Lope Dex, thank you for the Prime and the 17 months. Atray Gaming, thank you for the 15 months. Mint Chip Ice Cream, thank you for the 22 months, very much appreciated. HCRC, thank you for the 23 months. Glizzy Gang for almost 2 years. Truly, you are part of the Glizzy Gang. Big A, you're looking like the... No, I don't want to answer that. It's so stupid. Thank you for the 14 months. Sylvian. I don't know if I've ever thanked you, but this is the first time. Oh, I have to upload a YouTube video. Wait, what the fuck? Why is... dude. This is the first time Eric Sinchi's been late. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. Eric Sinchi was... It's not nothing. I already had nothing else done. I've been waiting for him to upload it. It's truly a tragedy. He's never late. Eric Sinchi, my goat, dude. And now, today, a little bit late. Time to fire him. Time to dock his pay. You know what? I'll dock Quack's pay instead, but it'll send a message to him. Okay? UK Frog, going to bed soon. Have a nice life. Don't say that so depressingly. Anyway, I'm telling you right now. We have a full topic today, so I'm not doing wins and fails. I'm doing an actual Marketing Monday topic. And it was at Beijing. But I have a win and fail that I want to talk about. And I want to talk about it right now. The fucking win and fail is I now officially feel bad for my UK frogs. I feel bad for them. I don't want to make fun of them anymore. Because this mental, what was this? Mental distress, happiness study came out. Mental state of the world study came out. The UK is the second least happy country in the world. They're like deep red on like mood, social self, adaptability, drive, cognition, and mind. The UK is in a fucking funk, dude. I didn't know it was this bad. Bro, Ukraine is in the middle of a fucking brutal war right now. There's villages that are bombed out in Ukraine. People are dying, and they are more... they are up here compared to the UK. The UK is in disaster zone levels of unhappiness. It's Uzbekistan is the only one slightly worse. And even on some measures better. That's crazy. That is crazy. So if you're from the UK, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not trying to put any more on your plate. You know what I'm saying? I feel for you. I mean, what was the post I found? This guy. I mean, I don't know if I trust this guy, but he's like, hey, I've been in the UK for 2 weeks and I feel miserable. The UK lifestyle is purpose-driven to destroy human happiness and health. It's a sickening indoor lifestyle. They move around inside brand new leased German cars. It's kind of funny because Germany's not too much. Germany's like pretty low on here too, surprisingly. Everyone looks 10 to 20 years older than their age. An insane number of people are on antidepressants. I would never, ever live in the UK again. Yeesh. Yeesh, bro. Check this. What is this? Is it about this? I'm not trying to switch topics just yet.
I've just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole! Do you know what I mean? Birmingham is a fucking shithole! I hate the fucking place! I fucking hate it! It's full of dickheads! I fucking hate it!
That's a pretty apt summary. That's a pretty apt summary, dude. What happened to Cillian Murphy? Where are the goons? Where's the Peaky Blinders, bro? They would have brought a little pride back. My parents had a trip to England. They said the food sucked and the weather sucked. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they don't have great weather to balance it out, I'll tell you that. So I don't know. It's tough. Although, I went to London with Ari back when we were first, not even dating yet, actually. And I had an okay time, but it was very, very expensive. It was shockingly expensive, and the weather did sucked ass. So, I'm not saying my experiences are radically different. I live in Australia, and I don't think I could live anywhere else because I love the weather here 90% of the time. I mean, I've talked about this, but it's a little weird lately because LA's been getting rained on nonstop, but like the whole point of LA is you ignore the traffic and you ignore the insane prices and you ignore some of the fake people because you get 72 and sunny year round, great hiking trails, beautiful weather. That's the whole point. So, I'm a little frustrated lately because this hasn't been great weather. Although it was nice today. I went on a nice walk with Ari. Can we please stream that episode of Family Guy where it's set in the UK? I clicked the wrong one. No, we can't just openly stream. We can only do that for house. You should move to Ohio then, the new LA. You're telling me that Ohio is the new LA. I'm not so sure I buy that. I'm not so sure that Ohio is the new LA cultural center. I don't think I've ever even been to Ohio, bro. I'm being dead honest. I don't know that I can. Ohio had a river catch on fire. Well, that sells me. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I push it too. I'm missing out. There's a fire river. You've been to Mexico? Many, many, many times. As you know, I am a Latino king, married in. So I have been to Mexico to visit Ari's family many times. Ohio is better than you'd think, but still bad. I mean, I have a very neutral opinion of Ohio. When I think of Ohio, I think of Walmart, McDonald's, a freeway, a big strip mall. All I think of is like classic American things that are everywhere, and it's all put into Ohio. I can't think of any like unique cultural landmark of Ohio. So you have been to Ohio. I think of like the default American freeway stop. That's what I think of. Can you beatbox? Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Yes, obviously. I'm one of the greats. Hastily made Cleveland tourist video. What is this?
Fun times in Cleveland.
Wait, let's see what Cleveland's like.
Fun times in Cleveland today. Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Come and look at both of our buildings. Buy some food that's prepared near the street. Who knows, you might even see this guy. You should come on down to West 6th Street. It's the perfect place if you're a douchebag. Watch the poor people all wait for buses. Who the fuck still uses a payphone? Here's the place where there used to be industry. This train is carrying jobs out of Cleveland. Cleveland leads the nation in drifters. Here's a statue of Moses Cleveland. He's the guy who invented Cleveland. Yeah!
Yeah! I'm sold, bro. That's like that energy, It's due for a bounce back. It's due for a bounce back, baby. Is there a zoo? Cleveland has a great art museum. You really... I'm not being pretentious here. Would you say Cleveland's art museum ranks up there with the world's great art museums? You'd say that. You'd say, like, if I had to choose between going to the Louvre or going to the, you know, something in New York or going to the Smithsonian, I would go... If I don't go to the MoMA, I would go to the Cleveland. I'm being serious. I have no idea. I've never heard of the Cleveland. It clears the Louvre. Only because it's in such a prestigious city. Cleveland Art Museum ranking. I think it's crazy to rank. Cleveland Art Museum is ranked number 4 out of 11 things to do in Cleveland. It's not even the number one thing. What are the best things to do in Cleveland? The number 1 is to go to a park. Cool. Number 2 is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Number 3 is the West Side Market. And number 4 is the Cleveland Museum of Art, the CMA, baby. Oh, it does have like Van Gogh, Monet, Dali, Picasso. Wait, it might actually be goated? I'm not going. I just want to be clear that I will not be traveling to Cleveland for this, but this is cool. Oh, I should put on some sort of waffle timer, huh? Waffle timer! That's not it. I need to delete that because that will come up too often. I need to change that off. If I keep that up, I will turn it on thinking it's chat. Now, this timer, as we all know, is purely cosmetic. But it gives us something, it gives us a rock, you know, to rely on. And I appreciate that. Ever been to Boston? I have. I had a pretty bad time because I went during the winter. And when I complained about it on stream, Bostonians told me, oh, you can't come in the last 6 months of the year. You can't come in the 6 months between, you know, August and February. That's not fair. Of course it's shit. Of course it's trash. So I guess that's not fair. That's not fair to me. That's on me. I'll have to come back when it's oppressively humid. No, I went for PAX East when I was working at Twitch, and I remember, you know, I had a decent time at PAX, but it was miserably cold. And when we got out of the Twitch party, it was like snowing, and no one could get an Uber, and it was freezing, and no one could get home till really late, and everyone was miserable, and it was cold, and I think I had to walk to my hotel, and I was like, fucking just mad. I was just mad and sad. Do you have an Austin, Texas review? I don't. I have a San Antonio, Texas. I had a good time. I went there for PAX South. I had a great time. San Antone, baby. They had that like river with all the, it's like a fake river maybe, but it was like all the restaurants on it. It was good. I had a good time. I got drunk. I got piss drunk. The river walk, yeah. Best place in South Korea? I have only been to Seoul and Busan, and Seoul's the best. Seoul, I actually believe, is one of the best cities in the world, especially just to visit, especially if you're young. I feel like the nightlife in Seoul ruled. I feel like it ruled, bro. I feel like it was like a really great time. Like basically 24/7, super clean subway. Do whatever you want. You don't care about nightlife? I mean, I still think there's a bunch of cool shit. I think Seoul's a sick city. Fucking giga high-speed internet, tons of cool stuff, street food, you know. But if you're not a night owl, then I guess whatever. Is the timer real or fake? It's really right there. It exists. This timer is, I could reach out and grab it if I wanted to. Atrioc, I'm asking from the bottom of the heart. Can you take a look at the Reddit so I go back to lurking? What do you want me to look at on the Reddit? Hey, Big A, I'm going to Seoul for exchange. Any tips? Are you young? Are you like in college? Have a good time. Have a blast, dude. Do you know in South Korea, in college, they have a very, very insanely high pressure high school system in South Korea. Like getting to college is very difficult, and they work really hard, and they do a bunch of extracurriculars, and they study and study and study, and they basically ruin their childhoods just grinding. But once they get to college, it's actually a lot easier. It's like the pressure goes way off. It's not too difficult. And then in college, they just drink and have fun. There's a lot of drinking, even at the high-end colleges in South Korea. And so if you're going exchange, especially because you're exchange, you're probably on like a relatively easy program, pass fail. Just have a blast, really enjoy it. I mean, it's fun. I had a really good time. That was a really fun 7 months. And also you can get like, I mean, I don't know exactly what the exchange rate is now, but you can get basically like $1 bottle of soju at the convenience stores, and you're set, bro. You can get drunk real cheap. There's a lot of great street food. You never have to worry about getting home because the public transport's so good, so clean, so safe. I don't know. It was just fun. It was a blast. How was Germany for traveling? I didn't really do traveling in Germany. I lived there. I lived there 3.5 years as a kid, and then I came back for summers during college. My parents lived there. It was cold. Good bread. Hey, Big A, trying to explain you and your current content to my girlfriend. Can you remind me what your role was in the green out at NVIDIA? You're not a paid chatter, are you? Did I pay someone to forget about it? No, I don't want someone prompting me to talk about the green out again, bro. I'm not. That's insane. That's insane. If I promised you a check, I'm rescinding it. Isto! Holy Atrioc, you just ruined that guy's date. If he's on a date and he pulled up my stream and asked chat questions, it's already a problem. I assume he meant he's asking now for a conversation later. If he's got her right there and we got the stream open, then there's already a problem, bro. And what else can I do? I can't save that. Big A, genuine question. How do you deal with these moments when your barber fumbles your cut? What are you trying to say, bro? What are you trying to say? I think my barber did a fine job. Don't set it up as a question, bro. I actually think you did a fine job. I feel very good about my hair situation right now. What is your problem? I don't think that's rude. It's rude is what you're saying. You're implying something. Bum 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 bum. Big A, my friend caught a lung clot in a patient in urgent care for leggy hurdy. I bet Dr. Home has a lung clot. Speak normal. Speak normal, bro. We're not even watching the show right now. Speak normal. Relax. God damn. Is this how you talk to your friend who's clearly a doctor saving lives? When your friend is telling you about what they did today, yeah, actually a person came in with leg injury and I found a blood clot saved their life. You say, wow, it's like Dr. Home. Did he leggy hurdy? I'm going to tell you about this. You know what I'm saying? Have some class. Have some class. Are Blue and Rachel going to be back to finish the stream? Yes. However, they are on their fucking 6 dates a week, so TBD. But we're gonna figure out a new date to have Blue and Rachel come back, and we have way more funny stories to tell. I really kind of biffed that stream because the time was so wrong. I thought I was still in the intro. You know, I was like keeping an eye on the time, and I'm like, oh, I've got 2 hours left. We can let this go slow, let Blur waffle for a bit because he was waffling, but I didn't realize I should have been cutting him off and like getting some. There's so many funny stories we didn't get to tell. So, you know, whatever, we'll get there. And also, there's a lot of people who submitted profiles that we haven't got to review yet. Itrek, are you going to Collision this weekend for Melee? I'm a photographer at the event. I am not. I am a very fake Melee fan as of late. In that, well, I have good stories. All with the J-Mook's birthday. Well, I'll tell you that. But I am, as in I don't go to a lot of locals. I am well past my like go to locals and grind phase. I am in my play with friends and go to the big tournaments phase. That's it. I just being honest. You know, Melee is a game that takes a lot of fucking grind. And I'm in a watching phase. Probably ever since I won more than third place by just betting on J-Mook, I realized I don't need to use the controller to make my winnings on Melee, okay? All I have to do is put it all on J-Mook. He practices, and then calling collision a local. I know it's not a local, but it's not Genesis is what I'm trying to say. I understand it's not a local. I do know that. I don't know, but it's not a super major. I went to Big House and I went to Genesis. And basically, those are the only last two tournaments I'm going to go to, I think. Probably. I may go to Verdugo or some local LA thing. J-Mook was asking me. Lil Bro only wants Genesis because he misses Adam and Eve. Are you implying that I'm God or I'm the snake? There's nobody else in that garden. Do you know what I'm saying? Which you were the tree. I remember I told Eve not to eat that apple. I remember I said, Eve, if you eat that apple, it's going to cause a whole mess of problems. Don't eat it. But she wouldn't listen to me. Of course, I get screwed. I was talking to LeBron about it, actually. It was me and LeBron talking about it, and we were like, man, I think she really shouldn't eat it. He's like, yeah, bro, I agree. Mo Apple, Mo Problems. Thank you so much for that contribution to chat. Can I just fucking highlight that? Mo Apple, Mo Problems. Yep, that's facts. Put that in the Bible, baby. Okay, J-Mook stories. So on Saturday, we did Get Smarter Saturdays, which was fun. And I left after a relatively short stream, maybe two and a half hours, to go to J-Mook's birthday party because he texted me and invited me. And I get there, and I'll be honest with you. This is 100% factual. You have to believe me on this, but it is crazy, okay? LA parking is miserable. I find a place to park. His party's at like this bar. It's like a fun bar. I get out of this parking lot. I'm walking down the street towards the bar. And I'm in my head. I'm just thinking. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about, actually, here's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about how I forgot my ID at home. I forgot my ID at home, so I'm not going to be able to get into this bar. And I'm thinking, man, am I going to have to bribe the bouncer? Am I going to have to, like, I'm in my 30s, bro. Like, how are they really going to card me? Do they really not need me? Yeah, I'll show them my fucking hairline. Like, let me in. I'm thinking it's going to be annoying. But I'm in my head about it. And I'm going down the street, and J-Mook had gone outside from the bar. He's like sitting out, like standing out front on his phone, and he's looking right at me and saying, hey, and I'm not noticing him. So I'm walking down the whole block, and I'm like just in my head, I'm like blanking. I'm not noticing the world around me. I'm just thinking, and he's like, you know, and he thinks I'm donut walling him on purpose. So finally I get like right next to him, like, oh, what's up? And he's like, bro, are you like, what the hell was that? Like, not good. But then I'm about to tell him, like, we're shooting the shit, we hug or whatever, say hey. I think he takes a picture. He's like, bro, I'm so glad you're here. Takes a picture, tweets it. I retweeted it. And then he's like, come inside. You gotta meet everybody or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, now I gotta tell him about the fucking ID. It's gonna be a problem. They're not gonna let me in. It's like a legit bar. There's a bouncer out front checking everyone's card. Like, I look at the door, there's a bouncer checking everyone's fucking thing. It's like, this is gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have to drive home. It's gonna take for fucking ever. It's pain. And then as we're walking up and I'm about to tell him, the bouncer goes like, you came from inside, right? You can go on in. And he just points at J-Mook, you can go on it. And I'm like with him. And so I just go with him. And it's like, oh God, thank fucking Christ, dude. Thank Christ. Like it just worked out fucking amazing. The guy, he volunteered that. He just did that because there's a line. We were about to wait him. Yeah, left his 1, came back as 2, which is great. So then we get inside the bar, and I'm going to tell you, this part's weird. We go through the whole bar out to the back. There's like a cool little backyard area with another bar and like some tables, and nobody's there. I mean, the place is packed. There's a lot of people there, but nobody that I know or that he is calling to. There's no table. There's no anything for him. And I'm like, okay, because he told me there's people inside. And it's just me and J-Mook. So we're out there, and I'm like, what's up, man? All right, we're here. And he's not referencing it. And I'm like, is it just me and him? Like, is it just me and him? That's what I'm trying to understand. Is it just me and him? Because there's nobody there. And we're just talking, and we're shooting the shit. But it's been like a while. We're talking for 10, 15 minutes, and there's nobody else. And we've been inside for a while, and no one's come up to us. And I'm like, this is odd. It's your birthday. Like, where is everybody? And then, right before I'm about to say something, this guy walks in. Asian guy, I believe his name. I'm going to dox him. Anthony. Sorry, Anthony. But actually, you know what? I swear to God, I think Anthony's your friend's name. I don't remember your actual name. Anyway, he walks in. He locks eyes with me. And he goes, you know what I'm going to say, right? And I mean, I don't really. But I'm like, yo, you watch the stream or something? Glizzy. No, he's like, hey, I love the stream. Like, I'm a big fan. And so he was a fan of the stream. And he's like, can I buy you guys a drink? So, you know, that's always cool, I guess, when you're hanging out with somebody. And I make the mistake. This is like dumb. But I'm such a big J-Mook fan, I just assume anyone that watches my stream knows about J-Mook because I'm all the time. But this guy's probably like a Clips watcher. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know this guy, right? And I pointed at J-Mook because I just assume. And he's like, sorry, I don't. Which is like kind of a whack thing to do on my part. But I just assume. I literally assume. Because like, I talk about him all the time. So anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. The guy's super nice. So he buys 2 soju bottles for me and J-Mook, and we start vibing, and we're introduced to his group. He's like got another group that's probably out there for their own birthday. J-Mook starts trying to hit it off with this Asian girl in that group. J-Mook, by the way, a bit of a Mac Daddy, dude. He's trying to get out there. He's instantly trying to run game. Instantly trying to spit game. There's a connection there. And I'm like, all right, well, this is cool, but like, is this what we're doing? Where it's me and J-Mook and, you know, these people we never met. And then finally, Rachel taps me on the shoulder and she's like, we've been looking for everywhere for you guys. So I turn around, it's Rachel and a bunch of other people that we all know in our group. That's for J-Mook's birthday. And they've been wandering around, like they went outside, they went up and down, they went all through this bar trying to find us, and we've been back here. And I can't believe J-Mook just didn't find them. Like, he just thought it was fine for us to go away, and then it was crazy. They've been looking all over. Text us. I think they probably did, but we didn't check. And so we find him, and then I go with that group, and we're having a good time. J-Mook stays with the group of the guy who was an Atrioc fan, and is like running game on that girl. He gets her Insta. So I mean, again, I'm having a great night here, but like it's his birthday party and he's doing this. So we do that for a bit. Then we finally decide to go to a different bar. We leave, and we go to this more like, I don't know, more like a low key bar where you can actually hear people. And we have, you know, hilarious conversations. People are telling stories. There's a really funny story I'm not going to spoil from Rachel and Blur about like a friend's, there's this, I don't even want to spoil it. It's like an Eyes Wide Shut. They weren't in this. An Eyes Wide Shut type crazy LA fucking rich person sex party that they've heard about from Anyway, I don't want to spoil it. It was an insane story. Got me. It was cackling. I was cackling. I was literally dying. All right, I was dying with laughter. It's truly insane what happens in this crazy city. All right, so tell me the story. Tells me the story. I'm cackling. J Mook's there. We're having a good time. We're vibing. He said something really cool. I'm just gonna say that I think J Mook, he's a younger guy. I think he's like 24, 25. He's I was really impressed. He instantly took a photo with me and posted it or whatever. And like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, is he gonna get like some weird hate on that photo or something? And I mentioned that to him later. I was like, bro, hey, if you get some weird fucking pushback on your photo, feel free to delete it, bro. I have my shit's good, bro. I got my stream, I got my YouTube. I'm fine. I don't want you to get. And he tells me, he says, I wish I could get the exact line right, but it was so chatted. He's like, bro, I don't give one shit about the pushback, bro. I would love to collab with you. That's what he said. Something like that. And I was like, bro, that was really nice. That was like, I very rarely get that nowadays, where someone's like willing to just stick their neck out and like take a little bit of heat and just push back. I appreciate it. That was very cool. So I thought this guy's kind of the GOAT. And then, he's kind of hustling for content. Like he's trying to do shorts and trying to do Twitch and YouTube. And I was giving him tips because it's all new to them. He's got a friend back in New York and they're working on it together. And I'm like, here's some shit you should know. Here's some shit you do. You shouldn't try to pigeon yourself only in Melee because it'll be tough. Like whatever. I told him to get a better mic too. I was like, fucking invest in a better mic. So anyway, it was really cool. Anyway, I've known the guy for a while, but like mostly digitally in a couple tournaments, and like we really got to kick it. And I was like, I think he's a class act. I think he's got a bright future. So that was great. But at the second bar, after the funny story, I see him on his phone and he's trying to run game on Instagram with this girl, and then finally he goes, "I struck out." I fucked it up. It was so good in person, and he apparently fucked it up on IG DMs, which is a disaster on his birthday too, a real disaster. So I don't know if that worked out, but overall, night was great. I can't even, met some of his friends, met some other people's friends. It was good. It was all great. It was fun. And then eventually, I think he went back to that bar. Like when I was leaving, because I was late and I was like, I'm gonna go home. When I was leaving, I think he went back to that bar to try and run game again. I'm not sure. This part's speculation, but like I think he split off. So anyway, it was fun. What I'm saying is it was fun. It was a good night. I had a good time, and I respect that guy, and I'm wishing him success. We also talked about. I don't want to stir up drama here, but there is now a war brewing, okay? He has landed in, if you guys don't know, Melee is a very local-based game, all right? Melee is a game that has been built in like garages and shops, and it's not like online. Like people's local rankings are very important. Like who's the best in your region matters in Melee. Who's the best in NorCal? Who's the best in SoCal? Who's the best in Ohio? Who's the best in... And he is like gunning for Mango in SoCal. He's gunning for him. Like he said to me, he's like, bro, I respect Mango. I love Mango, but I'm coming for him. And I know he knows. It's like a young lion, old king, bro. It's crazy. It's my two favorite players. They're like, there's a real drama there. He's been begging Mango to play him. He's been begging for it, and Mango won't do it. Mango won't play him. And Mango's getting fit again. It's fun. It's a fun time to be a Melee viewer, I'll tell you that. It's Kendrick on control. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Big A, how do you handle meeting people? How do you do it? Please give an in-depth tutorial. Yeah, I like to open with a glizzy. Obviously, I do this. Glizzy. And then they laugh. Obviously, that's an icebreaker. Funny. And then I'll take a big sip of coffee, give my loudest moo. At that point, the smiles are flowing. And from there, it's, I mean, from there, it's pretty easy. You can't teach talent. No, I don't, you know, I think it's got to be person to person, bro. It's going to be different based on what you're working with, what you like to talk about. Big A, I graduated college last May with a data science degree and can't find a job that doesn't require a master's degree. Should I go back to school or nah? I have no answer for you, bro. That's tough. Depends a lot on different factors and your degree and the salary you're expecting and all that. I really don't know. I'll just tell you that it's a tough job market right now, especially for white collar jobs. Like white collar, especially if you're looking for remote. If you're looking for white collar remote, it's a tough market. Yeah, try to get an internship, but I also know for a fact that internships are drying up. Record low number of internships this year. They're being rescinded. So it's like it's just tough. It's tough. The thing about going back to school that I'm always worried about advising people on is that it's so expensive. School in America especially is so fucking expensive. Like if you're in Sweden or something and they'll pay for it, fuck yeah, dude, go. I don't care. But like if you're gonna take out a huge fucking graduate degree loan, it's like that starts to really become a problem, and I'm not so sure that it's all gonna get forgiven. Yeah, I'll watch some Historia Civilis in the next year. There's also have a video to watch today. After Marketing Monday, I would love to watch this very interesting video that I bookmarked for you guys. I'd love to talk about that. Very interesting video. Wait, was there anything else? Again, I'm not doing wins and fails. I'm doing an actual topic today. So there were a couple things I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, this. Wait, give me a tiny increase on my time here. It's been a crazy, honestly, it's been a pretty bad year for Tesla. I'll do one of this. But this story is wild. This billionaire drowned in their Tesla because once it was in the water, the doors wouldn't open and the glass is reinforced so you can't break it. But it was the slowest drowning. It was just the car slowly sinking in a lake and there was nothing they could do about it. And she was trying to call people. It's crazy. I mean, she's this sister of Mitch McConnell, probably just evil. I want to be clear here. I know it's very common on the Twitch to be like, oh man, a billionaire died. But I feel like someone drowning slowly trapped in their car while calling their friends is like that's not what I would say is the judicial way to handle it. Not that I think she was a good person. But I don't know her fucking whole story. Anyway, frantic rescue efforts. They couldn't break into the vehicle. The Model X's glass is nearly impossible to break underwater. She put her car in reverse instead of drive, and it plunged down the embankment into a pond. And again, I don't know why she called a friend and not 911, but it's over hours, bro. She literally, I mean, that's just crazy. The fact that they couldn't get it open over hours and she just slowly sank into the thing and drowned it's fucking crazy. That is a dark story. So I don't know. Being investigated as a crime? Well, I don't know if I can trust Trump USA A1. I don't know if I can trust this fucking profile. I'm not so sure that's a fucking recognized fucking source. But anyway, a wild piece of news. Another piece of news that I did want to mention while we were on that subject of salaries. Again, this would normally be a wins and fail, but I'm just giving you guys like the old style of wins and fail when you just do news articles. New college graduates are overestimating their starting salaries by $30,000. People are going into the job market expecting $30K more than they're going to get. That's that is a recipe for deep unhappiness, I will tell you that. Current college students expect to earn $85K on their first job. Average starting salary closer to $56K. I'm built different. Yeah, maybe you are. This is average. College grads won't take less than $72K. Yeah. The disconnect between perception and reality only worsens over time. A decade into their careers, students anticipate making more than $204,000. That's well over the average mid-career salary of $98,000. Yeah, I mean, it's just positivity, but the thing is, I think the number one cause of anger and unhappiness in life is when you have an expectation and then reality doesn't hit that. I think that is what causes people to get the most upset and angry. And so I think people are going to be pissed. My dog is barking. Let me check. Maybe Ari's got it. Did you see the Reddit IPO? Yeah, I saw it. I think the coolest thing about the Reddit IPO, if you guys don't know, the story of this is pretty insane. So Reddit starts out, it has initial success, it's doing all right, and they sell for a measly $10 million to media company Condé Nast. The whole company sold for $10 million. They realized very quickly, the founders of Reddit, fuck, dude, we could have made way more money. We made a foolish sale. We're so stupid. So they come up with this long-term plan to trick Condé Nast into spinning Reddit off into its own company again. They hire an outside CEO who demands to have like a new, basically cap table where they can like have separate stock for Reddit. And they get Sam Altman, the OpenAI CEO, but at the time he was just the Y Combinator guy, to like come in as an outside advisor and recommend that the company gets spun out. It'll be best for the company. Like they do this whole fucking scheme and it works. It fucking works. And then Reddit becomes its own company again. They get a chance to IPO it. Now they can become billionaires off of it. So Condé Nast now only owns 30% of Reddit, despite they should have owned 100% of it, which is pretty incredible finesse. There's also a Reddit IPA that was just announced. I think you're thinking of IPO, initial public offering. IPA would be the drink, the beer. maybe there's a Reddit beer, but I don't. It ain't illegal. It's not illegal because they got Condé Nast to agree to it. They basically they long con convinced them through many layers of effort that it would make them more money to spin it out, which it might, I guess, but like the real goal was for them to get rich instead of getting $10 million for Reddit. Okay, 2 minutes. I think we're gonna do the Marketing Monday. I do feel like we're good to go. We got everything today is sort of China related, but we have a full Marketing Monday topic and then a very fun separate story that I'm happy to talk about. So should be good. Is there anything else that I need? I don't think so. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. Okay. Reddit loses money hand over fist, and it's going actively worse. It's going to tank by 25% after IPO. Well, I don't even know what price they're starting it at. What valuation are they starting it at? That's what really matters. I would not invest in any IPOs. I would never recommend that. No, I think that's they're priced to make money for insiders, not for you. Sometimes it'll pop, but I think the risk reward's not in your favor. Invest in the IPA, dude. Get drunk. What does IPO stand for? Initial public offering. So if you are a private company, like if you start a company in your garage, it's a private company. You own it. If you start, what's your name? Sleepy Joe. If you start Sleepy Joe's sleep masks and you make them out of your own garage, Sleepy Joe LLC, that's a private company and you own that, and nobody really knows what it's worth. You don't have to publish your revenue or anything. You know, I mean, it's all private. But if you want to get outside investors, public investors, and list on a stock exchange, you have to go public. So you have an initial public offering where you put stock up for sale on public markets and people can buy in and become owners of your company. And that's what an IPO is. It's a great way to cash out, you know, as an owner. That's how you can sell parts of your company to make a lot of cash and become rich. Hey, Truck, will you stop being mean to me now? What was I mean to you for? Let me read your chat history. What was I mean to you for? Wait, fuck. 17 seconds. Give me one more minute. One more minute. That's it. Was I mean to you for the UK? I thought we already had a speech. I had a whole speech about how we're gonna save the UK. We're gonna do it. The Atrioc chat is going to save the UK. It's a miserable, broken, sad place. The second saddest place on earth. And we are going to make them... Actually, if anybody... if anybody wants to make memes for the Reddit that will cheer up UK frogs, I would love to react to those. If you ever have a chance in the next few days for a Friday Reddit recap to make a meme that will cheer up the UK frogs, I'd really appreciate it, because I think we owe them. I think we owe them a nice time, okay? Yes, they used to colonize half the world, and they did a lot of bad things with that. But now they're sitting there, as sad as Uzbekistan, eating fucking fish and chips and getting screwed over by bad politicians. We fucking help them out, bro. Timer. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome to Marketing Monday. All I ask of you, I'm going to present a whole series of slides on a topic and hopefully educate and entertain you on something interesting. All I ask you to do is that when I go to the intro screen, you spam the word me, Poggies, when you see something that recognizes you. Without further ado, welcome to this week's Marketing Monday. Oh, every single time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marketing Monday. On Monday, my timer's off. Welcome to Marketing Monday. Today's top story is concerning. Nope. Or we're going to redo it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marketing Monday. Back again on a Monday. Today's top story concerns one thing and one thing only. I'm going to fucking lose my mind. The imminent ban of TikTok. The imminent... Should we run it back one more time? For the YouTube. Chat, come on. For the YouTube, we got to run it back one more time, bro. All right, here we go. 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 Somebody remind me of these things, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marketing Monday. Today's top story concerns the imminent ban of TikTok. Is it real this time? Are we finally getting the TikTok ban that has been teased and danced around by two administrations in multiple years? Let's look into it. Let's examine it. Now, y'all know what TikTok is. Obviously, it is a website full of silly dances and memes and occasionally really great things. Over 150 million Americans use TikTok every month. Over half of American adults. So it's more than just that. It is a very, very important flashpoint in U.S.-China relations. And currently, it is the center of a geopolitical firestorm. I'll be honest here. I'm going to be honest here. I don't necessarily have a fully formed opinion on this ban. And that is why I'm doing this stream today. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to walk you through the actual facts of it, and I want to hear what you think, because there's so much insanity on both sides that it's tough to find an easy answer. So let me explain. First of all, TikTok, if you don't know, the reason it's such an important thing in US-China relations, TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a major Chinese tech company. It is, in fact, really important to China because it is one of the very few Chinese tech companies that has gotten big worldwide. Again, it's currently valued at around $300 billion, somewhere between $268 and $300 billion, which would make it the second most valuable Chinese company in the world, right behind Tencent, which is currently the number one. And if TikTok was public, ByteDance was public, which is not, if it was public, I think it'd be valued even higher. It may be China's most valuable company. It is a crown jewel for China. Again, in China, Facebook is banned, Google is banned, Twitch is banned, YouTube is banned. All this is banned. And so the thought was China would only have homegrown copies of more popular outside social networks. But ByteDance and TikTok have disproved this. They are something culturally made in China that has gotten huge all over the world. It is a cultural export. It is something that China is very proud of and is very important to them. And right now, it is more valuable than Coca-Cola or Netflix. Again, two American titans. Like, this is a big company. Now, that being said, people are a little worried. Something so powerful in Chinese hands, American adversary, is a problem. Again, it is the most used app by people on their phones in America. 82 minutes on average used in America, which is double the nearest competitor, Facebook. Now again, it has slightly fewer users than Instagram or Facebook in America, but when people do use it, they use it way more. Over an hour 20 on average. And again, some people are using it way, way more than that. People are way above these numbers. This is average over all of the 150 million, And, as time has gone on, more alarming headlines have come out. 64% of teenagers would trade their right to vote if it meant losing TikTok. And I looked into this study. This is actually real. I thought this had to be fake because the first way I saw it was through like a Fox News thing. So I tracked down the original. Again, it's like a 20,000 person sample size. But they did say, like, if they had to lose the right to vote for a year or the right to TikTok for a year, they would choose voting. Teens who are addicted to TikTok experience worse depression and anxiety, and in turn, reduced working memory capacity. Hurts your memory, increases depression, increases anxiety. TikTok is addictive for many girls, especially those with depression. So there's problems. I mean, there's again, study after study is showing that there's negative outcomes associated with such a popular app. But that's not really why this ban is coming up, especially because a lot of this applies to other social media. So here's the ban, and I read through it. This is all it is. It's not that long. I read through the ban, and I want to summarize it for you. Okay, all of this was well known, and we've talked about the debate of banning TikTok for a while. But then recently, this bill hit the House. It's called the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. And I want to emphasize that part. The whole reason this ban exists is because China owns it, okay? The real concern among lawmakers is that this thing is so big, we're getting into a bit of a tiff with China, and they own it. And all of the ban really says, all of this summarizes down to one thing. You have exactly 180 days to sell the app to someone else. That's it. If you really want to boil it down, it talks about, all it does is talk about TikTok, and you have 180 days to make sure there's an American company that owns it or it's banned. This is what the app entails, or the bill entails. But what was shocking, bills like this hit the House all the time. What was shocking is how fast this moved once it hit. Instantly. Advances quickly in the House. 50-0. The vote to advance it to the House, 50-0. Democrats and Republicans all unanimously agreed on the committee that drafted this bill. They all unanimously agreed to approve it and pass it to the House. It's Mayweather numbers, okay? 50-0 is like one of the very few bipartisan bills we've had in America in, I feel like, years, bro. It is very rare to have both parties agree on something, and they both agreed unanimously we have to get TikTok out of Chinese hands. Now, this is where things get crazy, because this has happened before. We've had, bills start to pop up, and we've had congressional hearings and all of that. This time was different, because after this bill passed and made it to the House, TikTok threw kerosene on the fire. TikTok went to all 170 million of their users and sent a push notification asking them to call their senator and demand that they don't ban TikTok. Now, this is what it looked like, and you can see here's an example of a TikTok reacting to it. Wait, let me...
You know what's going down when you get this notification from TikTok. I'm sure you all just got it. I just did. You click on it and it says stop a TikTok ban. Congress is planning a total ban of TikTok. Speak up now before your government strips 170 million Americans of their constitutional right to free expression. This will damage millions of businesses, destroy the livelihoods of countless creators across the country, and deny artists an audience. Let Congress know what TikTok means for you and tell them to vote no. TikTok has rolled out this platform where you just click on the notification, enter your zip code, and it gives you the number to...
Yeah, so you put your zip code in, it'll give you... And so, so instantly, once you hit that many people, the calls start flooding in to Democrats and Republicans, just nonstop flooding calls. Round the clock calls, emails, texts from people demanding that TikTok doesn't get banned. Again, this is a House Dem staffer saying this is having a backfire effect with their office. The thing is, all this does is scare the politicians more at how much power. They've never seen the youth or anyone get this riled about politics ever. This freaks them out. China can one touch send a push notification to get 170 million Americans riled up. So it's having a backfiring effect. This is a Senator Chip Roy saying this is making the case. It's so bad. Our phones have not stopped ringing. There's teenagers and old people saying they spend their whole day on the app and we can't take it away. Teenagers and old people shake hands. I spend my whole day on TikTok. That's good. That's good for our country. And so Congress gets furious. They're like more inspired than ever to push forward this ban after what this push notification did. Now, I want to explain. I want to explain some of the pro and con arguments here as we get into it, because we're getting the vote will happen in 2 days from this airing. Probably by the time the video comes out, it's already happened. The House vote will happen, then we'll go to Congress, then we'll go to Biden. But let me explain some of the pros. So obviously, the pros of a TikTok ban, you'd think would be this, but in actuality, they're not asking for a ban of the app. They're asking for a different owner. So the only thing that's this thing is about is getting rid of China. I want you to understand. Banning the app doesn't mean TikTok disappears. It means they want to give it off Chinese servers and someone else will own it. Now, the reason they make this case is because back in 2021, China, the government, took a stake and a board seat in ByteDance. They have oversight and power over the company. Like, China is embedded into ByteDance's infrastructure, right? So they know they have say over what's going on in the company. And there is some evidence that they have viewed TikTok data. Now, I looked into it as much as I could to really try to understand what has China done. What is the hard evidence that China has ever looked at TikTok data, spied on users, whatever? And the answer is, for American users, currently none. I can't find a single bit of evidence that China has spied on American users, that they have taken American user data, that they are trying to influence American users. I haven't found any of that, okay? What is everyone spamming for? What is everyone spamming for? It's really annoying. Makes me very uncomfortable because then I can't talk. Self-promo? Okay. So anyway, there's that. But there is evidence that they used TikTok data to track Hong Kong protesters. So when it was something important to China, they did use the backdoors of TikTok to track Hong Kong protesters. And there is evidence that around the Taiwan elections, they promoted certain TikToks that promoted the candidate they endorsed. So China, like, put their thumb on the scale. It didn't help. It didn't change the outcome of the election. But they've used TikTok in ways nearer to them, nearer to China, to make an influence, which means there is a possibility of them doing that later. But I can't find any evidence they've done to America yet. There's nothing, as far as I can tell. There's also the aspect of, some sort of like business fairness, which is that, Google, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Gmail, WhatsApp, Gmaps, Quora, Tinder, all these apps are blocked in China. They're not allowed. They can't compete in China. There's no chance. And so, they make homegrown copies of all of these apps. For example, one of my favorite clips.
Jinyang, are you copying all those companies for the Chinese markets?
Oh, no. Fuck you, Stefan.
So, there's that aspect to it of like they own the homegrown audience. They can export it worldwide. No one else in the world can do that to them. Now, here's the cons. Now, if this makes sense to you, that's the pros. Here's the cons, okay? First, it's possibly unconstitutional. According to the ACLU, aka the Atrioc Chat Labor Union, or perhaps the American Civil Liberties Union, there's a right to free speech, okay? And if there is no hard evidence that this is happening, that any of this is happening, then we're removing people's ability to send and transfer information. And this has come up before because Montana recently blocked TikTok for the whole state. And then a judge ruled there's no fucking way you can do that. And this happened previously. I think Trump tried to ban TikTok back during his presidency, and judges blocked it. Again, there's a real chance, like legally, this won't go through. There's also the aspect of Xi Jinping, again, is proud of this company. China is proud of this company, specifically its world-class algorithm, which makes it the market leader. Okay? Nobody, in my mind, in China is going to allow this algorithm to fall into American hands. If the company gets bought, they will block it. And in fact, when the last time TikTok ban was floated, they passed this law making sure that was the case. It's national security there. They are not going to let TikTok's algorithm or code fall into the wrong hands. So at most, if somebody buys TikTok, they're going to get the logo. They're going to have to remake the thing from the ground up. They're going to put it on American servers, and it's going to be different. It's going to be not as good, I assume. Which is the case. Now, the final thing that can happen as a con, if TikTok gets banned in America, is that China may retaliate. If they have a $300 billion crown jewel company and America bans it, thereby dramatically hurting the value, slashing it, pulling it out of their hands, China will want to retaliate. They will want to find some way to make it harder on American companies operating in China. This could have a dramatic effect on Apple, Nvidia, big companies that sell things in China that could affect their stock and cause other chaotic efforts. Tesla's a factory in China that could get affected. There's definitely some possible retaliations they can take to respond to this. And nobody's really talking through what those could be, but it seems very unlikely to me that Xi Jinping is going to take this lying down. He's going to say, okay, our most valuable company, possibly in all of China, is getting hamstrung by America and we're going to do nothing. I think they're going to do something. So, is it even going to happen? On Wednesday, we have a vote in the House. It seems very likely that's going to pass. Then it has to go to Congress. If it passes there, it goes to Joe Biden. Joe Biden has announced that if the bill gets to him, he will sign it. He said to reporters the other day, if the TikTok ban comes to my desk, I will sign it. It will get banned. Sorry, to the Senate. I'm sorry, I said Senate. Sorry, to the Senate. Yeah. So, he will ban it, is what he said. So, that's funny, because he recently started TikTok of his own. The Biden-Harris HQ TikTok launched around the Super Bowl with this gem.
Chiefs or Niners?
Two great quarterbacks, hard to decide. But if I didn't say I was for the Eagles, then I'd be sleeping alone. My wife's a Philly girl.
Game or commercials?
Game.
Game or halftime show?
Game.
Jason Kelsey or Travis Kelsey?
Mama Kelsey. I understand she makes great chocolate chip cookies.
Deviously plotting to rig the season so the Chiefs would make the Super Bowl, or the Chiefs just being a good football team?
You get in trouble if I told you.
Trump or Biden?
Are you kidding? Biden.
I had to say it. So that was that. The caption was lol, hey guys. But clearly they're using TikTok for now to capture the youth vote. But again, he does support the ban. And that's probably because ever since this TikTok, which did a few million views, all of the follow-up ones have actually done really poorly. They're like at 30,000, which is not great for the president. Wait, I would love to show you one because there's a really funny one. Wait, give me 1 second. I'll pull it up because this is actually, we'll cut this down for the video, but you guys have to see this. Where is it? It was like the vibes. Here it is. So again, 40,000, 30,000, 40,000. But this one. That is powerful political maneuvering there. Can't get back to Marketing Monday. So he says he'll ban it. Now, on the other side of the aisle, there's a very interesting decision brewing. Trump famously supported the TikTok ban during his presidency. He tried to get TikTok banned back in 2020. And yet, again, 2020, tries to ban it. And WeChat, actually. It got blocked by a judge. And we had this famous congressional hearing with Xiao Chu, the CEO, with a bunch of insane clips that we all saw. But now, oddly enough, when asked about it, he is pro-TikTok. He condemned the ban, despite pushing for it during his presidency. He said this. This is what he posted. This is like a few days ago. If you get rid of TikTok, Facebook and Zucker Schmuck will double their business. I don't want Facebook, who cheated in the last election, doing better. They are a true enemy of the people. Hit them with Zucker Schmuck, okay? So now he is pro-TikTok because banning it will hurt or will help Mark Zuckerberg. And if you hate Zuckerberg, he does have a point. There is evidence to support this because India banned TikTok a while back. India is China's neighbor, and they hate TikTok. They don't want that having any effect on their citizens. So they banned TikTok. What happened? Instagram shot at the roof. Instagram did way better. Now, also, a bunch of homegrown apps did really well. This is 2019. TikTok's the number one app. By 2021, after the ban, Instagram's the number one app, but also there's 5 homegrown Indian alternatives that have made it. So, yeah, it's interesting. No WhatsApp? No WhatsApp. What is Josh? I don't know. There's just an app called Josh. Number 5 in India in 2021. Anyway, I think it's realistic to say if TikTok was banned from the App Store or Google Play Store, that Instagram, Facebook, YouTube would all see massive spikes in traffic and users just because they're the alternatives right now. But it may lead to other stuff. And if TikTok doesn't actually get banned but gets bought by someone else, it might not change the ranking at all. Now, the thing is, though, this about face is a little weird. Obviously, he doesn't like Zuckerberg, and I get that. But he was really against TikTok. He really wanted it banned before. So I looked into it. And right before this announcement, after the bill was passed by Republicans and Democrats, he had met with an investor, specifically the financier Jeff Yoss. Yoss Queen, this guy right here. Now, Jeff Yoss is an interesting guy. He's a billionaire who has spent his last couple years fighting tooth and nail to keep TikTok on phones in the U.S. And the reason he does that is pretty simple. Money. Jeff Yoss is worth $28 billion. Imagine each one of these is worth $1 billion. 21 billion of his net worth is in TikTok shares that have yet to be sold because it's not public. He is banking on TikTok having a huge IPO. If TikTok gets banned or sold at fire sale prices in the 6-month period, he is going to lose a lot of fucking money. So this guy has spent a lot of money, millions of dollars. He created a foundation called the American Center for Growth. It sounds fancy, right? The number one thing they care about is making sure TikTok doesn't get banned. That is their only issue. I don't know what's American growth about that, but he has been going to politician and getting them on board. He hired Kellyanne Conway as a PR spokesman. He's going around to making sure that you can't ban TikTok because he wants to make this money. However, after Trump opposed the ban, did this, he got a lot of pushback from Republican senators and other people. People want it banned. And so he has called in an hour ago, an hour before this stream, this story came out, where he now sees it as a tough decision and he's going to stay away from it. He's going to back off. I don't know. I'm not. I can't decide. I don't know. It's tough. He had this call.
I could have banned TikTok. I had it banned just about. I could have gotten it done. But I said, you know what? But I'll leave it up to you. I didn't push them too hard because, let them do their own research and development. And they decided not to do it. But as you know, I was at the point where I could have gotten it done if I wanted to. I sort of said, you guys decide. You make that decision because it's a tough decision to make. Frankly, there are a lot of people on TikTok that love it. There are a lot of young kids on TikTok who will go crazy without it. There are a lot of users. There's a lot of good, and there's a lot of bad with TikTok. But the thing I don't like is that without TikTok, you can make Facebook bigger. And I consider Facebook to be an enemy of the people, along with a lot of the media.
So he's yapping, but you get the point. That's sort of where his head's at, is he is taking a back seat to it and is no longer going to have a weighted opinion on it. Which means without his opposition, seems likely it's going to have support. So here's the thing. So far, so good, right? All the stuff I told you, it all makes sense. I don't know where you land. There's definitely arguments to be made both ways on whether or not to have a massive cultural impact thing in a foreign adversary's hands. I don't, it's tough to be said because I do hear the freedom of speech arguments. And so I haven't really decided one way or the other. But one thing makes me nervous. One thing makes me nervous about the ban. Because I think I was maybe even leaning towards it. Purely on my argument, I really don't like how every other company is banned in China and then they don't ban. Whatever. But there's one thing that makes me nervous about the ban. And that is, if TikTok is banned and has to be sold to an American, who is going to buy it? This is what makes me nervous. Because early reports have the leading bidder as none other than Bobby Kotick of Activision. Bobby fucking Kotick is currently the person hustling to build a coalition of interested partners and investors, including possibly Sam Altman, for him to buy and run TikTok if ByteDance agrees to sell. And nobody wants Bobby Kotick to run anything ever again, bro. Dear God. So that worries me. And the backup, by the way, there's only two people that have really stood up and said, I would like to buy this. One is Bobby Kotick, okay? Which already, I wish he was out of our lives. But number two is going to shock you even more. Mr. fucking Wonderful. Mr. Wonderful of Shark Tank said the following.
So if it is banned eventually, what does that mean for the small business economy?
Not going to get banned because I'm going to buy it. Somebody's going to buy it. It won't be Meta and it won't be Google because the regulator will stop that. A syndicate will be formed. I would like to be involved, obviously. Well, what I would do is form a bipartisan committee, an advisory committee for 18 months. Go to them and I'd say to them, how much will you let me keep of the Chinese? In other words, can we offer them 20% of Nuco? And then everything else, hire an American CEO, American board, move the servers
Wait,
here in the United
pause, dude. You guys probably can't hear it, and this is fucking... This fucking mic is... Okay. Okay. You can't hear it? Okay, wait, sorry. You're hearing the squeak? Well, my mic is breaking. What do you want me to do? All right, back.
Because I'm going to buy it. Somebody's going to buy it. It won't be Meta and it won't be Google because the regulator will stop that. A syndicate will be formed. I would like to be involved, obviously. Well, what I would do is form a bipartisan committee, an advisory committee for 18 months. Go to them and I'd say to them, how much will you let me keep of the Chinese? In other words, can we offer them 20% of Nuco? And then everything else, hire an American CEO, American board, move the servers here to the United States, rewrite the code so we shut out the Chinese backdoors, because that's what everybody wants. But you can leave a taste for the Chinese, and we'll put a mandate in place. They get to keep 20%. That way, you run a process. This is worth billions. It's one of the most successful advertising platforms in social media today. All my companies use it. I'll buy it. I can put a syndicate together of debt and equity as long as I can get the blessing.
Dear God, no!
Because nobody wants to fund this thing if they think they're going to be blocked politically. But if we...
Can you imagine if TikTok is owned by Mr. Wonderful and he's getting a fucking $2 royalty on every fucking TikTok scrolled? It's going to be a disaster. I mean, if they take TikTok and they don't have the algorithm, and it's owned by Mr. Wonderful, they're going to run this company into the ground. I mean, that could be funny. It could actually be really funny to see Mr. Wonderful run TikTok into the fucking ground, possibly losing billions. Elon 2.0. But it would be sad. Well, I guess that's probably good. Actually, this could work out. If Elon ruins Twitter and Mr. Wonderful ruins TikTok, we just need a couple more billionaires involved, and we can get rid of all social media and go back to a real world and a real life. It's a race to the bottom. Anyway, those are the two front runners. The major social media companies, like, again, Meta and Google, cannot buy it. There's no way they would be allowed to. It would be blocked by antitrust. So it's possible maybe Microsoft. It's possible maybe Oracle, the ones that stood up last time. It's tough to say who would actually get their hands on it. And it's tough to say if they'd be able to even maintain what made it good. We don't know. But if it's one of these two, I gotta say I'm not really for the ban. I don't want to see these guys running TikTok, bro. What a miserable experience. So what do you think? We're gonna find out how the vote goes on Wednesday and follow up from there. But I would love to know what you think, where you stand on the ban. Yeah, let me know in the comments and find out more next week on Marketing Monday. You know what? We could actually run a fucking poll, maybe. More brand, less brain rot. Maybe. I wish they would have banned it before YouTube Shorts existed. We could have stopped the whole short form video revolution. My vote is to ban it. I'm a harbinger of chaos. You know what's funny is, so obviously a lot of people called Congress after this and they said, I love TikTok, you can't ban it. But there was a fewer number of creators, TikTok creators, that came out in support of TikTok than last time. There was actually a lot of TikTok creators that were like pissed at TikTok because in the recent years, basically since the last time they did one of these like ban scares, TikTok has added TikTok Shop, changed the algorithm, made it more advertising and merch sale based. And a lot of creators feel like they've lost access to their audience on TikTok. It's gotten worse. So they're no longer huge support of it the way they were. Yeah, it's become way more ad heavy and way more like stealth ads where people are like putting in shop links and the TikToks are about the shops. So it's definitely gotten worse. I feel like, did you say you feel like Biden is guaranteed to lose if he bans it? I feel like it's not. I don't think this would have that much of an effect. Anyway, we have a Was It Beijing here in a second. I just want to tell you that story. We have an actual, a feel-good story after this one. But I wanted to catch you guys up on what's going on with TikTok and the political battles with it. And it's happening really, really fast. Again, this is all happening really, really fast. It's advancing quickly. And we're going to have some answers, you know, within days and weeks of how well this is moving and seeing what's possible. What about what's up, Boeing? So the Boeing story is just that a whistleblower was found dead in an apparent suicide today, right after testifying, which is very, very odd. Very, very, very suspicious. Extremely suspicious. But no, I'm doing a full thing. I want to talk about that, which is insane. We can pull it up. Boeing whistleblower found dead in apparent suicide. He reported on safety and quality control concerns. 62, found dead. 32-year veteran of Boeing. Boeing denied his claims, but a follow-up investigation found some credence to his allegations. This is very, 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 very spooky. Boeing said, "We are saddened by his passing and our thoughts are with his family and friends." Again, just the timing is so odd. So odd. As they're going, I mean, there's a lot of money at stake. Is why I find it to be so odd. If we get to the point where people are actively demanding that they won't fly on Boeing planes, because there's been so many Boeing accidents recently, Boeing issues and accidents and manufacturing defects. If people are like at airports and they say, "I won't fly on a Boeing plane," it's going to be the stock, there's no limit to the bottom, dude. If that really hits, that's so, they are really trying to contain something that could go really awry for them. All these news stories are hitting. John Oliver said you can filter out Boeing on Kayak. I would love to watch the John Oliver thing on Boeing. We'll get there in a second, but let me do a fun story first. Actually, let me get one quick water, and then I want to tell you a fun story because I think this one is interesting and might be relevant to you guys, and it's China related. Let me just get one water, and we're gonna do a Was Up Beijing, okay? TikTok. It's not Coke. It's not Coke. It's water. Water. Agua. H2O. Stomping ass walk. Dude. What? I can't even walk right to you. There's a problem with the way I walk. It was a normal walk, bro. It was normal. It's normal. You be thumping. Yup, stomper. Bro stomps everywhere, heavy ass feet. Fee fi fo fum looking ass. Okay. It's just rude. It's just rude. Just literally rude. You know what I'm saying? There's a thing called social niceties. A little thing called grace. And you guys are not showing it right now. Okay? Grind your bones to make me bread. Sounds like queso doing jumping jacks. That's mean to two people. That is two people you're being mean to. What is your problem? That's a collab. I don't know who Queso is. He's a bigger guy. He's a bigger guy, okay? So if you do jumping jacks, it might be a heavier thud. I is he the number one or is he number two behind Jinxie? I think he's number two on the whole website. If I had to guess, I'm not 100%. But like if you're not up to date, you won't know that he's like significantly bigger than XUC, which like could shock you if you came in a time machine. I mean, XG is pretty skinny. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to take you to the Far East. So let me set this up real quick. We've been working on a bigger What's Up Beijing on the like insane collapse of the Chinese stock market, which is at like 30-year lows. Panics. The government has been banning short selling, banning from selling at all. Making certain government entities buy stocks to keep things up. We've been talking about this. However, this is still being crafted, and I don't want to have only negative stories. So we did some research to find interesting, fun, and good stories coming out of China. And we found this really, really fun one that I want to share with you. But before we do that, salute! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What's Up Beijing, where we cover interesting stories coming out of China. And this one concerns something that I'm sure many of my Gen Z incel adjacent fans have looked into. I'm sure all of you are spending your time looks maxing. I'm sure plenty of you are spending your time looks maxing. Okay? You have been doing... Oh, let me get this behind the chat. Of course. I'm sure you're mewing right now. Looks maxing. Maybe you're mewing, maybe you're hogging someone, maybe you're Y-pilled. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what Y-pilled is. No, but whatever you're doing, it's probably not effective. A lot of the science on this has shown that it's not really an actual effective way to change anything about your appearance. It's really just a social media trend. However, what if I were to tell you there was a way to use social media to get hotter? And what if I were to tell you it wasn't to be found on TikTok or on any of your social media, but it could only be found in China on a social media app called Little Red Book, aka China's Instagram? What if that was your solution to becoming hot? This guy is the key. Now, this is a guy named Xiao Ai. Now, this is him before Little Red Book. This is him after. Wait, what? Wait, what? This is Xiao Ai, okay? Now, Xiao Ai, in December of 2021, went to Little Red Book, Chinese Instagram, and he posted to the public a simple question. He said, I can't find a girlfriend. What do you think my problem is? That's it. That's what he said. This is my photo. What do you think my problem is? And people responded en masse, asking questions and roasting him. How old are you? How tall? What's your job? How much do you make? Do you own a home? Do you have a mortgage? Do you have a car? Did you get a loan? How old are your parents? Are they retired? Give us suggestions. So they started asking. But instead of like ignoring these questions, he answered all of them. Every single one. I was born in 96. I'm 5'7". I have a low-skilled job. I make $500 a month. I have no insurance. I have no home. My parents are 49. I have a cheap car. He answers all the questions. He just simply answers them. Then they start roasting him. They say, feels like all of these factors play a role in why you can't find a girlfriend. Compared to all this, your looks aren't even important. All of this is so bad. You're too short. You don't make money. You don't have a home. No one wants to marry you. Your degree can't help. Nothing. I mean, they're just roasting him. They're just laying into him. Can't believe you were born in 96. You look like an uncle. Learn how to style yourself. Instead of finding a girlfriend, make some money. You should consider changing your hairstyle and working out. They're just laughing at him. I mean, going on and on and on. And most people, when faced with this much public ridicule, would break down. I mean, it's crazy. They're roasting on everything. Not Xiaohua. Not Xiaohua. Instead, he looked at the most popular suggestion. He went through all of the posts, found the most popular suggestion, and said, okay, I'll try that one. So he came back next week and said, as suggested, I've changed my hairstyle. That was one thing you all said. I changed my hairstyle. He came back, made a hairstyle change. People were surprised that he even returned after being roasted so hard. And they said, okay, instead of a government worker, you look like a real estate agent. You look 10 years younger than your last post. Yeah, you look 35. They're still roasting him. He does this. They're still roasting him. Hairstyle's not good, but better than the last one. You got to lose weight. You got to change how you dress. Yada, yada, yada. And again, he takes the most popular thing. I got to lose weight. He takes the most popular thing. And he goes, you know what? I'm going to do it. He comes back 3 weeks later. He's lost a lot of weight. He full on grinded it. Okay. Now he's changed his hairstyle and he's lost weight. You lost this much weight in half a month? That's really good. Now you look like a bad guy. So it turns out losing weight doesn't guarantee you become better looking. They're still roasting him. They're still roasting him, but he's making progress. Okay? Then they said his eyes look too mean. So he has contact lenses. He adds a hat. He starts posting pictures of all the different clothes options he found nearby. He tags them all and asks for help on styling himself. He starts to get people. Now he's come back so many times, people are invested in his story. He's proven that he's willing to put the work in. This was like a big turning point. It's like, well, if you lost that much weight, you actually care. So they start making outfit suggestions for him. And he starts to get a sense of style. Okay? Then he keeps working out. He adds some glasses, starts doing baseball caps. He starts to get pretty hot. Again, this is all in a period of like a few months of him just taking every single suggestion, point by point, not getting offended, and working on it. This is kind of crazy. Then, also, in addition, he's shouting out people. Anytime someone gives him actual help, he shouts them out. He shows gratitude and thankfulness. This woman walked him through the concept of skincare. This woman walked him out of style and outfit. He called them their sisters, who have shown me so much patience and guidance. And he keeps posting selfies every single day as he makes progress, okay? I mean, look at this guy on the right. That's a handsome dude. Then he starts getting professional photos. Now he's like basically a model. Then they start putting him in magazines. This is him on the left. Now they have professional photos putting him in magazines. Which is insane, okay? Then, finally, after 2 years of this, of his life basically turning around dramatically from this step-by-step process, he gets married. He makes a post, I'm finally getting married. Thank you, everyone, for your help. His original goal. It's kind of an inspiring story. A person who literally didn't let any bullying get to him, just took lessons, worked on self-improvement, and made it, like, turned his whole life around. And that would normally be the end of our story. It would be a little fun story about China. Okay? Just an interesting story on Chinese social media. But that story is too compelling to end there. You see, once people started to hear about that story, largely through this woman's account, who brought it to TikTok and talked about it, they all wanted to do the same thing. So all of a sudden, people all over China started to do the same thing. Chinese netizens started to ask for help on how to get hotter. But then, once it spread outside of China, now we have people that don't even speak Chinese all over the world. All over the world. America and all over are now downloading Little Red Book, a Chinese social media app they can't even understand. And they are all taking photos with this same thing that they learned from this woman's tutorial. which basically means tell me the truth. This means tell me the truth. And they are all just posting themselves saying tell me the truth. And then they are taking Google Translate and reading the comments. It's pretty incredible. It's gone like viral worldwide. Yeah, it's like our roast me. It is like that, but it's turning into this big thing. And Chinese social media gives like detailed responses. You know, they give you like actual get cleansing oil, water gel, hydrating toner, gel moisture, you know, makeup eyebrows. They're getting crazy with it. And so it's becoming this worldwide phenomenon. Like here's people all responding to this woman telling her, you know, here's style picked out for you. Here's makeup, here's toner, here's other things. Help me, please, netizens. My name is Stacy. I'm 16. I'm Afro-Latina. I'm looking for netizens' advice. Again, she doesn't speak any Chinese. And it's not just women, it's guys. So there's guys doing it too. This guy wants help. He wants information on his style. And they're all doing it in China. And so I have taken this to heart. And though you guys roast me constantly, I have taken a photo of me with one of these. And Stefik is going to submit it to Chinese social media. And we are going to follow up. We are going to follow up in probably a week, probably by next week, and see what advice Chinese social media has given me on how to look better. We're going to see. As long as it's not about glizzy fingers or balls, I'll see what I can do. But that's the idea. This is a hilarious story coming out of China, and I want to see what will happen. So I'm going to do the experiment myself. However, if any of you hear this story and you get excited, you get interested, you want to do this, we have a slight warning to end the video. Okay? This comes from Stefik, our expert. If you want to ask for advice, be prepared for harsh comments or no comments. Okay? Be open to suggestions. You have to follow up with updates or they think you're just farming it. So I'm going to have to do that, I guess. I'm going to follow up with updates. And yeah, keep going. And also, this is important. If you're an influencer who wants to use this trend, like if you're already hot, if you're already a really hot person and you go on there and you're like, oh, please give me advice. Like I don't know what to do. They'll fucking tear into you. That was her key thing. If any of you know, I'm an influencer, but I'm not attractive. So this is fine for me. But if you're a hot influencer, bro, if you're like an Instagram model, they're gonna tear you up. They're gonna tear you up, bro. So just be careful. And that's the story. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I think it's fun to sometimes show the cultural and just fun, interesting netizen side of China. Instead of we only hear about Xi Jinping and like, you know, tanks in Taiwan and, you know, it's interesting to see like culture. So check it out. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be following up very soon with a What's Up Beijing on the stock market, but I wanted to give you this little taste of an interesting story coming out of China. Thanks for watching today's Marketing Monday. Hope you enjoyed. We have plenty more coming, including a big video that has been long time in the work on the Disney war. There's a war for control of Disney between Bob Iger and an outside investor that is brewing behind the scenes. We have a lot to talk about it, so it's coming. Big video coming. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And now, what time is it? My fucking computer says 4:44. My computer says it's March 8th at 4:44. So fucking annoying. The time is 9:20, which means we have time to watch something. Oh, there's a video I want to watch, but then also I wanted to watch maybe Shark Tank since we're on a fucking Kevin O'Leary kick. We could do Shark Tank or we could do House, but I want to watch this video first. There's an actual video we can learn from about I think it was Temu, if I must be honest. Oh, wait, I have one more thing to say. Actually, I have one more presentation, I think. I have one more presentation, bro. Should I hold this off? I've been talking a lot. Fuck, I think I should watch something. I want to debate Germans. I really want to debate Germans, dude. I am so mauled at some of these Germans in my comments who don't understand how stupid it is to shut down your country's nuclear power plants. And so I got a bunch of facts and I got a bunch of figures and I got a bunch of history. And I just think it's so stupid. I really think it's so stupid. So I would love to talk about it, but I am worried that I am doing 3 PowerPoints in a row. Maybe I do this tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow. Let's watch it. Let's relax. I want to vibe. My voice is getting raw. Let's relax. I'll do this tomorrow. And I'm going to get heated about it, and I want to end the night heated. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. 100% tomorrow. Okay? I want to watch this video. We're on a China kick. Oh, we can watch the John Oliver. Actually, let's do that. Let's watch John Oliver on Boeing, because I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it with you guys. 4 days ago, John Oliver on Boeing. I want to watch this. This is probably really good. If you guys don't know, Boeing is going through a fucking crisis right now. And again, possibly just murdered a whistleblower. Again, no evidence, but it's just so goddamn suspicious. It's very Michael Clayton-esque, bro. The dude is putting, allegedly, it's just very, very odd. Right? Like, he's testifying. He's not even like, I don't know. Very weird. No note. Dude just dies. So interesting. All right, let's watch this.
Business school. Get on our plane.
Oh, fire. Well, I think the lesson from that is that Boeing's perfect and we don't need to change anything. I feel like that was what John Oliver was trying to say. I have a pretty high media literacy, and I think I understood his between the lines message, which is that it's all good. It's all good. Should I buy every Boeing stock I can? I actually don't know. How's Boeing stock doing in the wake of this terrible PR? Boeing stock is down over the past month, not dramatically. Down over the past 6 months. Pretty down this year. But overall pretty flat over 5 years. This was around COVID. Yeah. Would need to fall more than this. I will say that share buybacks, if you're in the S&P 500, are extra sneaky, because when you take the profits of your company and use it to buy back shares, it automatically increases your share price, right? But then because there's such a large component of passive buying from people's 401ks, the higher you are in the S&P 500, the more your stock gets automatically bought by everybody's retirement fund. So like buybacks have a 2-for-1 bonus where it increases your share value and then makes it easier to get the passive bid, which keeps your share price ballooned. Which is kind of what a lot of shit companies have been banking on for many years. Airbus, how are they doing? Oh, why don't we? So having high share and free money. Yeah, having high share price leads to having a high share price. It's a snowball effect. What if we started a plane company? All right, you guys listen to me? What if we worked together? We got some engineers in here. We got some marketers. We got some big air glizzy copters. It's not a copter. It's a air glizz. Big aviation. Yeah, big aviation, dude. I kind of like that. I feel like we could really make a difference. And here's what I'm thinking. All right? Here's our big difference. That's gonna catapult us over Airbus, catapult us over Boeing. 3 wings. Okay? A wing on the side, a wing on the side, a wing on the front. What? I don't know. 3 wings. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. If 2 wings is good, 3 wings gotta be better. It's like a tricycle. Yeah, tricycles can't tip over. Based as fuck. Good. You'll be our FAA inspector. You think it's based as fuck? Please write that in the report. You will be our FAA inspector, and I feel like we're already fucking. We're set. Or, okay, hear me out. One more idea while I'm fucking pitching, while I'm fucking snowballing here. What if the wings are like very easily detachable so you can buy different custom ones? So like you could have like a Pokemon one or something. You know, like they slide right out. And so you could get, it's a modular. I think Ari was saying. Well, you guys are jolering? Was Ari in here? Yeah, we get skins. Yeah, mix and match. Hey, babe.
Oh, hey.
What's up?
Can I borrow your phone?
Yeah. As long as you say hi to the chat.
No, I don't want to go in.
You have to say hi to the chat.
Hey, I'm not. I can't because my
Man.
nipples are very hard because it's so cold.
She can't come on because she's not wearing a bra and her nipples are too hard because it's too cold. Just want to be clear. That is why she feels uncomfortable coming on the stream.
You did not have to repeat.
I had to repeat
You
that.
could've
That's an absurd
made
reason.
up one of your many
Put on a
lies.
bra.
You could have said one of your many lies.
Put on a bra, babe. Just put on an oven shirt. Do you know what I'm saying? Put on, if it's too cold, put on an oven shirt. I've been telling her this over and over. If it's too hot, put on a freezer shirt. If it's too cold, put on an oven shirt. It's simple. Okay? She doesn't understand, dude. She doesn't understand. I feel like I've solved temperature problems and she doesn't understand. What? I don't even know. I shook my phone. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it PST? It's not 4:44. I actually legitimately have to fix this. What about why U.S. elections only give you two choices? 900,000 views. Or we could just watch Shark Tank. Fuck it! We're going to watch Shark Tank. I want to watch a Shark Tank. We want to watch a Shark Tank. Let's watch in honor of Kevin O'Leary. What was Kevin O'Leary's best Shark Tank episode? Okay. These are his top 10 investments. Okay. This seems so stupid. Did this really work? Man, he's got some dumb ones, huh? Okay. We are going to watch October 2019, Season 11, Episode 2. Kevin didn't... Well, you guys thought Kevin died? He didn't die. He just said he'd buy TikTok. He didn't die. It's the same as death. It's not the same as death. I mean, I don't think he'll get away with it. I don't think he'll get away with it. Wait. You're trying to manifest it. I see. I see. I do think, man, if he buys TikTok, it's going to be a fucking disaster. It's just not going to go well. He's just a clown, bro. Shark Tank. Okay. We're going to watch Shark Tank. Thanks, babe. Cutting diamond with those things? Season 11, episode 2. Let's go. Shark Tank.